Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are doing the last van build update that you'll see for probably a little bit. I'm not sure how much more van oriented, like strictly van videos, van build videos I'm going to do, because I'm at the point now where there's only a little bit left to do to make it to where I want to get, and I'll show you guys as we do this walkthrough. But right now it's ready to camp in, and I'm going to need it for the first tournament and the first little outing, which is coming up here in a couple, 2-3 weeks probably, and I'll be out for, man, probably a full week of fishing actually. So we're going to go do some fun fishing and practice for the first tournament. Then we got the first tournament, and I will be bringing you guys along for all that. Also, real quick, don't forget to go and check out AROOutdoorsapparel.com for all your hats, hoodies, and t-shirts, and help support this channel. But for right now, let's get right into this van build update. Probably the final one for a while. All right. So as you can tell, obviously we opened up the back, right? Got the generator in there already. We're not packed yet. Still got, you know, a lot of packing to do yet, which is fine. We'll do that later. We don't have the door panels on yet. Still got to go get those. So, you know, little things here or there. And then you can see the bedding. Bedding's in there. Mattress. Everything's good to go. From the back here, so to get privacy out of these back windows, I didn't want to put a certain, like a specific, just one piece for this window, because I'm going to need it to drive out of. So what I did is I took these blackout curtains and put a rod up there. All I did is just put it in that little cubby hole there for right now, on both sides, and just slide them over. And there you go. And I've got little clips too that I clip this together, so that way it's fully enclosed. So we got that there, and then I went a little bit further. Probably didn't need to, but I thought, well, just in case, you know, as you got the doors open, I didn't want anybody to really, you know, get any cute ideas about anything that's underneath there. And, you know, if there's anything expensive, you know, I don't want to get them any cute ideas to break into it. So there's another bar, curtain, like that. So now they can't really see, and we can still open up the bed back here. Oh yeah, I can tell I gotta adjust those shocks. So I put shocks on here. All I gotta do is just adjust them and they'll work better. But got shocks there to hold up this bed. And I also got a board in there too, just in case we have issues with the shocks in the future. Get this blanket out of the way here. And then there's a little bit of the view here. You can tell tops here, I don't have those done yet. I'm gonna wait on those. I do have an idea now of what I'm gonna do for those, and I think it's gonna work out pretty good. And our curtains here, I'll show you guys the curtains as soon as we get on the other side of the door. They're very simple, very easy to do. I didn't take a lot of time or effort to do it. I just wanted something quick, temporary, because those won't be permanent. So let's get to the other side. Okay, first thing, you see I've already got the fridge in here, the chest fridge here, and that's actually about where it's going to be mounted permanently when we do finish this build. And then over here, so we're going to put a cabinet set up over there, and we're going to have a little space above, and then a countertop for cooking, and then going to have a storage here from floor to ceiling. And I don't know exactly how yet I'm going to do that. Probably, I don't know if I'm going to do drawers, because drawers can take up a little bit more space, and I want to be able to use all that space. And then cooking wise, so a couple things about cooking. I don't know, my first intent was to put propane tanks in there and do enclosures and everything, and just to, you know, keep everything safe, right? Because I'm going to put I was going to put a built-in stove up there. Still am. But what I'm finding is that those enclosures, they're easy to do, but they take up a lot of space. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait on that on anything propane inside the van until I can get one of those under-mounted propane tanks. You can get them for Chevy Express vans and some other vans, and some of them are universal. And so I'm going to do that because that's going to save a lot of space. The only problem is a 20-pound tank is $630 or something like that. So I'm just trying to save some money and try to keep the budget a little bit lower temporarily. I've got other things to take care of first, but that's where I'm going with the propane. And then the lighting, close this door here. So we got switch here. This board's temporary. We are going to close that off and then put boards on that wall too. This wall over here too. But here we got the light switch. So this is for lights. Fan. Nothing hooked up to that one yet. I haven't figured out what I'm going to put there yet, but I'll figure out something later. So here's the lights. You know, they do pretty darn well. And then of course you can see the back curtain. I close that. I'll show you guys what it'll look like. Just get up in here. Now, wanted just like everybody else's vans, you know, I wanted to have privacy up in the front here. So that way, you know, a curtain or something so you can't see in. So that's what I did. I kind of, you know, I saw what other people did, and I just did a rod. Same thing as in the back, just stuck in one of those holes up there. I will have a better system once I get these sides done, but just a rod straight across, and gonna put the curtains, they just slide over just like that. Now you're gonna notice these curtains are slightly different, but they're both gray. Like so you can, well, it's hard to tell on camera, but they're slightly different, but they're both gray. But I don't really care. And then these clips here, you know, all I'm gonna do is clip it together like that, and you can't see in. Easy. And to make it like make sure so there's no gaps, all you do is just take this, fold it over, and then clip it, and definitely won't be able to see in there. And with these, I just did I just Velcro here. I stapled into Velcro. I'll show you guys on a different piece. And over here, I just did clips on a plastic piece. Something really easy because this isn't permanent. I'm going to change this design up later on, but I mean that's good for now. Now onto these curtains that are covering the walls. So I wanted to, here, I'll do this door one here because this will be easier to do. These curtains are all done about the same, so they're just mounted in a couple different places. So what I did is I just pull this one down here. You hear the Velcro? So all I did was took the soft part of the Velcro and stapled it. Now it's temporary, so this isn't going to be the permanent deal. And then I just did the Velcro up here. Also, what you'll notice is I've got window tint on here now too. We'll talk about that in a second, but this stuff, I mean, this stuff does pretty good. You can't see in. The window tint helps so you can't see in, and that little blanket will helps out a ton too. So that's going to work out really well. But the window tint, it's not even built for vehicles, I don't think. I bought it in Menards. It's the Gila, I think is how to pronounce it. It's Gila. it's meant for like home windows. And this stuff, it's not like a limo tint. I think it's about as dark, but it's not the same as limo tint. This is actually a window cling. You use a solution and you spray the solution on, and then you use a squeegee or a hard card, and then you get the air bubbles out. Door closed. So you get the air bubbles out, but it worked out pretty good. I wasn't sure how it was going to work, but it worked out really good. I'm really happy with it. The one trick I did learn, or not learn, but I'm doing, I don't know if it's going to help or hurt me. I need to open this door so you guys can see a little bit better. But I put tape, packaging tape right around the sides here, and just to kind of stick it to the window, because this is like this isn't like smooth. This black part of the window, it's got kind of like I don't know what it is, but it's not smooth, so it wasn't clinging very well. So I taped it there, and it's gonna be hard for you guys to tell, but everything's holding really good. So we'll find out in due time if that's gonna help, if that's helping me, or it's gonna hurt me, or if I'm gonna hate it, love it, or hate it. So that's what I did there for the window tint. I did it all. I did only for the side windows. I didn't do it for the back, because I want to be able to see out the back pretty well for backing up. With that combination of the window cling tint and this makeshift curtain, keeps things nice and dark. So I turned the lights on at night, and I looked in through it. I couldn't even see in. So total privacy is what you want. Now this is not a permanent setup, of course. So I'm gonna have a better setup as soon as I can finish, trimming out, the doors and the top corners of the ceiling here. But that's the start of it for right now. And another thing that I'm gonna do, that I'm changing up my design a little bit on, is I was gonna originally put, I'll show you guys, a sink right here. So it's going to come out probably to about right here, about halfway through the opening here. So here, back up a little bit, probably about halfway out through the opening. And that opening is about 4 feet. This is going to go about 2 feet. I was going to do a cabinet and a sink, but after looking at it a little bit and sitting down, it was actually kind of nice just to be able to just sit down there and relax. You don't have to open up the back. You don't have to take out any chairs or anything. You can just pull over off to a site. If you're out in the desert or something, or some scenic area, you just pull off. You can sit down and just enjoy the view, and you don't have to take anything out. So that sounds really nice. So I'm going to leave that open right now, and I'll do some kind of a wash station out the back or something like that. I don't know. We'll figure it out later. But so far, this build is going pretty well for just winging it, pretty much. I did drop a little bit of a hand sketch of what I wanted, but not a whole lot. And then I've just got my battery set up here. So I've got that set up right here, and I'm going to put more batteries in. You can see right there is my fuse block, and then right there in that yellow, we got plug-ins there for shore power. So those actually power the outlets that I installed here. I forgot to show you guys this. So I've got an outlet here. So I've got 4 outlets, 2 USBs, and then a Type-C. Seems excessive, but I have a lot of things I need to charge. So I've got that there for, like, say, GoPro stuff, whatever you need. And then over here, phones or a small TV. We are trying to figure out a way to put a small 24-inch TV in here, but it is kind of cramped already because of the bed being up so high. So we'll see about that. But I'm gonna really like those outlets. So especially when we can plug in a shore power or the generator, which we got in the back. All right, guys. Well, that's gonna do it for this van update. I think I pretty much covered everything that I've done since the last one, and like I said, we probably won't do many more after this. This will probably be the last, strictly designated van build update video. When I'm completely done with everything and I'm happy with it, I'll do a full tour and a walkthrough, and get really technical with everything. But for right now, that's gonna do it. We still gotta get the door panels up here too, like I was mentioning. For back there, we still gotta get the ones up here too. And let me see, that's pretty much about it. And we're just gonna start packing it up and getting it ready for the first trip. So guys, if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. Don't forget, check out ARO Outdoorsapparel.com. Support this channel, and catch you in the next video.